What is up, all you worship peoples? Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Nate Meist, and I love equipping worship leaders with helpful and encouraging content. And in this video, we're going to be learning how to play on an acoustic guitar, a brand new release called Yahweh by Leeland. We'll also be bringing this song into my most rigorous grading system at the end of the video, so stick around for that, but let's get into it. If you're new here, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If these videos are helping you, which is the goal, why don't you give them a like and maybe even ring that notification bell and subscribe so that you don't miss future worship tutorials. Alright, there are three things we'll be going over in this video to help you learn the song on an acoustic guitar. The first thing is key and capo placement. So the key that the song was originally recorded in, the key that I'm playing it in, and how to use your capo to maybe play in some other keys. The second thing are strumming patterns. I'm going to give you kind of like a strumming pattern and a half that will get you through this entire song and slow those down, break those down for you. And the third and final thing are the chords. As I play through each individual section of this song, I'm going to have these handy little chord diagrams in the upper right hand corner so that you can pause the video and see exactly what my finger placement is for each and every chord. Don't forget that this video is segmented, which means you can skip ahead to any part of the song that you would like to learn right now. Alright, so this song was originally recorded in the key of A. What that means for you on an acoustic guitar typically would be having your capo on fret number 2. So 1, 2, and then you would play in what's called the G position. And you would be in the key of A. If you don't know what the G position is or how to play in it, I have a video for that, so click up above or down below. I'm going to stay in this key for the tutorial. Again, that's the originally recorded key. But there are some other keys that you could play in if you need to using your capo and using the same exact chord shapes that I'm going to teach you in this video. So if you need to go down a little bit, that's very possible to do in this position. You just put your capo on like fret number 1, and now you're in the key of A flat or G sharp. And then put your capo, or just take your capo off completely, and now because you're playing a G chord, and if you're in what's called standard tuning, you're going to play a G chord. And standard tuning, by the way, is E, A, D, G, B, E. Those are some keys that you could play that are lower than the originally recorded key. If you needed to go up, you could also do that by putting your capo on, let's say, fret number 3. Now you're in the key of A sharp or a B flat. Fret number 4, now you're in the key of B. And fret number 5, now you're in the key of C. So those are a bunch of different keys that you could play in using just your capo and the same exact chord shapes that I'm going to teach you in this video. Alright, let's go over this strumming pattern and a half that will get you through this whole song. I say and a half because really I'm going to show you one strumming pattern that will get you through the majority of the song, and then the other strumming pattern is really just all downstrokes, which you're going to use on the bridge. So just kind of doing that vibe. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But let's go over the other, actually formulated strumming pattern. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's slow that down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up. Alright, so let's learn these chords. Let's go over the intro to start the song off. This intro for this song has a very particular acoustic guitar part. Unfortunately, this video isn't going to be about learning that exact part or exactly what they're playing on the recorded version of this song. But I will show you a few different versions, and hopefully this can kind of help you out. First, there would be kind of the more complicated version. This would be the version that I would probably play in church, and I would probably finger pick it, for all you finger pickers out there. But this is kind of what I would do for the intro. So that's kind of a more complicated version, and you got finger placement over here, and you got finger picking over here. And if you're able to do that, that's great. I'm going to show you kind of a more simplified version by just strumming it. So kind of using the same shapes that I just used, but instead of finger picking, you can strum it. So that would look like this, or sound like this. So that's version number 2. Also, when you play this note here with the index finger, you want to try to mute the string below it. So that string doesn't ring out. It might kind of ruin the vibe of that note. So that's kind of what I'm doing there. Now, version number 3. This is the version that I'm going to play for the tutorial here. But instead of having your index finger up here, you're going to use your index finger down here, which might be a lot more familiar for some of you guys. You know, the G2 chord, the G sus chord. So let's play through the intro with this version 3 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep in mind for that first G chord, that G5, you have to mute that second string. So whether you're muting it with your middle finger here, just kind of laying it over the second string so that it doesn't ring out. Or you could mute it with your index finger by just lightly laying your index finger over that string so that it doesn't ring out. So that's a G5 chord there. Because when you come in with that G2 chord, you want it to sound really full and exciting. So and then so make sure to mute that second string somehow when you play through that chord progression. All right, this is verse number 1. Breathe on me, breath of God, till I am wholly thine, till every earthly part glows with your fire divine, glows with your fire divine. All right, this is the first chorus. Yahweh, Yahweh, breathe on me. Yahweh, Yahweh, breathe on me, breath of God. And that is the first chord for the next section, which is a kind of a turnaround instrumental part. All right, let's play through this turnaround here after that first chorus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, this is verse number 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe on me, breath of God, until my heart is pure, to love the things you love and want for nothing more, and want for nothing more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into the next chorus. All right, let's play through this second chorus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yahweh, Yahweh, breathe on me. Yahweh, forward to the next section. Alright, let's play through this instrumental that happens right after that second chorus. This is going to take you into the bridge. And this is when you transfer or switch over to all downstrokes for your strumming pattern. So here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, let's play through this bridge. They play through it twice. I'm going to play both of them. I'm going to start off with those downstrokes again. And then near the end of it, I'm going to switch back to the other main strumming pattern. And then for the last line, I'm going to go back again to all downstrokes to kind of build into the next chorus section. So a little complicated, but we'll get through it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. When you breathe, dry bones come to life. When you breathe, dead hearts beat inside. When you breathe, heaven comes to earth. It changes everything. When you breathe, walls start breaking down. When you breathe, brand new songs pour out. When heaven comes to earth, it changes everything. When you breathe, dry bones come to life. When you breathe, dead hearts beat inside. When you breathe, heaven comes to earth, it changes everything. When you breathe, won't stop breaking down. When you breathe, brand new songs pour out. When you breathe, heaven comes to earth, it changes everything. Yahweh. Into the chorus there. Okay, so then they go into the chorus for a third time, and it's just like what I already taught you for the second chorus. Same exact chords and strumming pattern for that. When they get to the end of that third chorus, though, they go straight into the bridge. So he sings that last line, breathe on me. So, breathe on me when you breathe. So that's the main difference, is what they go into next. They go straight into the bridge after that third chorus. Alright, this is the second bridge. There is one minor chord difference from this bridge than the ones that I already taught you. So let's play through this. They don't repeat this one, they just play through it one time. So let's play through this. I am using the main strumming pattern this time as well through this entire bridge. So bridge, second bridge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. When you breathe, dry bones come to life. When you breathe, dead hearts beat inside. When you breathe, heaven comes to earth. It changes everything. When you breathe, walls start breaking down. When you breathe, brand new songs pour out. When you breathe, heaven comes to earth. It changes everything. 4, 5, 6. Yahweh. Into a really drop down kind of chorus there. Alright, then he goes into a really soft chorus after that second bridge. And he's actually finger picking. But if that's too complicated for you, you can just lightly strum using that main strumming pattern that I taught you. So that's what I'm going to do now. So here we go. This is, I guess you could say, the fourth chorus, I think. So very soft chorus. Let's play through it. He just plays through it once before he starts kind of vamping and stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yahweh, Yahweh, breathe on me. Yahweh, Yahweh, breathe on me. But then after that soft chorus, he goes back into basically the intro, and he just starts looping the intro. He repeats the intro a total of 10 times. I guess he plays the intro a total of 10 times, and as they're playing the intro, each one gets kind of progressively bigger, and they're building it and building it, and then they build eventually back into the bridge again. Alright, then they go into the bridge again, and it's just like the second bridge that I already taught you with that chord change in the middle of it. So they play through that bridge one time, just like they do the second time, and then they go into the chorus again. Alright, then they go into the chorus again, and it's much like the second chorus that I already taught you. Same strumming pattern, same exact chords, except for the very last chord. So instead of ending on the C chord, which takes you into that instrumental, for this last chorus, they're ending on the G chord. And then they go into the intro again. Or then they go into the intro again, they repeat the intro, so they do it twice, and then they end the song on verse number 1. So he sings verse number 1 again, just like what I taught you when we already learned verse 1, except this time, at the very end, they resolve on the root note, or the root chord, G. So after that last line, glows with your love, divine, 4, 5, 6. And that's the end of the song right there. Alright, now that we have learned all the chords, there's nothing else to do but to bring this song into my most rigorous grading system. It's not really that rigorous, but it could receive up to 3 check marks. The first check mark is to examine whether or not this song would sound good, not only in a full band context, which it sounds great on the recorded version, but could you play this song with just like a couple instruments, or even just one instrument, like on a piano or a guitar, acoustic guitar? I'm going to say yes. I think that the song is already kind of geared for that kind of vibe. There's not a lot of tracking going on, or, a ton of layers, it sounds like. It's just very basic, instruments. You got drums and bass and acoustic and probably a little of electric and some keys and all that kind of stuff. And I think it could very easily be broken down to just a few instruments, or even just one instrument. I think that this song would sound great on just an acoustic guitar. So yeah, I think it definitely gets that check mark for me. Check mark number 2, would this song be easy for you and your worship team to learn? So depending on whatever wide variety of levels of experience that you have in your team, and that's usually how volunteer worship teams go, right? You got this guy that's been playing guitar for 20 years, and this guy that's been playing bass for a couple months, and it's like you got to work with all these different levels of experience. Kind of with that in mind, would this song be easy for you and your worship team to learn? Like on a midweek rehearsal, you go in, give it like an hour of practice. Would you be ready for Sunday? I'm going to say yes. I think that the song is really simple. It's really intuitive in terms of where the chords are going, and even like the melody work when singing it. And it was really easy for me to learn it in order to teach it to you guys, and that's kind of one of the things I use to judge this particular check mark. But yeah, I think that the song would be very easy for you and a worship team to learn for sure. And the third and final check mark, is this song congregational? Would it easily fit into like your Sunday morning? Could you bring it in, and would it be well received by your church? I think it totally would be. The Breathe on Me theme, I think for some people, like maybe newer Christians, it might not be like readily understood by them, like what that entails, what that implies when you're actually asking for that, when you're telling God to breathe on you. And it might be kind of weird for them to sing that. I'm just going to say it, for like a newer Christian, like, why am I asking God to breathe on me? Like, what does that even mean? So, that's just something that came to mind, when I was kind of like thinking this through. But, besides that, yes, totally, this song is congregational. It's a beautiful prayer, it's a very kind of like a prayer type song, which is really nice to kind of incorporate into your set list, those kinds of songs. But yeah, I think that this song would totally fit into your Sunday morning set list. Alright guys, so that is Yahweh by Leeland, a brand new release by him, and a beautiful song. His songs are always like really beautiful and melodic and really nice to listen to, and this one is no exception. So I hope that this video helps you guys to do this song. If you're doing it, comment down below. Let me know that you're doing the song. I would love to hear from you guys, and let me know if there's any other songs that you would like me to teach on my channel. And I hope that wherever you guys are doing ministry or leading worship, I hope that it's going well for you. And don't forget to keep it crazy, y'all. Alright? You seeing crazy? Get crazy. Speaking of craziness, why don't you hit up natemice.com. I have some sick Crazy Club merch on there, so go check that out. And I will see you guys in the next video.